Hi everyone, welcome to an episode of Main Mic. Alongside with me, I have Vitali and I have Mr. Sharaf.
Thank you. Thank you for
Welcome.
having us.
Uh, how do you think, guys? What do you think is your opinion about Dubai real estate right now? It's right now we are in the mid of April. Market looks resilient. Market looks changing. Market looks in a positive from what we started off from the 28th of Feb. How do you think we moved on as Dubai as a city, UAE as a country? What has been your feedback? You speak to the market, you speak to the people, you speak to the buyers.
Right, so first of all, thank you for having us in this amazing studio podcast with you guys. And it's a good chance to speak about the statistic of Dubai or the current situation in Dubai area estate market. Me and Vitali, we keep roaming between developer to developer and following up the latest launches. So when it comes to the market, we can see the news. I don't need to discuss. So the market is still picking up some transactions, and we can see the previous launches developer keep on launching. For me, it's okay. Like it's same as before. It's increasing same as before. Same pricing, same launching. The demand keeps on high, and our job is just to keep maintaining, offering the best product to the investors.
What do
Okay,
you think?
so yeah, I'm 10 years on the market since 2016. I started working with the developers, then I'm in a brokerage, Aqua Properties, since 2017, almost 9 years. So, of course, when the situation started by end of February, like it was at the beginning, it was uncertainty, right? A lot of clients put their buying decision on hold, especially international investors, because what they see in the news. But the thing is, then it was not that bad as they were showing in the news, right? The situation was here in Dubai, even all the missiles, everything was intercepted. So from the security perspective, it was safe. But obviously, it affected the business, affected the demand from investors. But what we can see now that now we are mid of April, end of April, it's situation is getting better, and we can see more transactions happening as of now comparing to March or beginning of March. And uh, my opinion, like we can, as we discussed with you before, that always Dubai come back stronger and better than ever before. And in my opinion, once its situation stabilize and all the people who are waiting to invest, they will be buying, and then developers, they put their launches on hold as of now, most of the developers, right? So they will start launching, and probably I believe the Q4 for us, end of the year, will be very successful. Maybe we can recover even for whole year. It's same like happened in COVID. I remember 2020. It started also in March.
Right.
It was very quiet. April, May, then June started picking up, and then Q4, September, October was the best Q4 in the
Exactly.
recent
That,
years.
yeah.
So we believe it will be the same.
Very rightly said. In fact, we are also planning a quick launch as soon as things start stabilizing and we have our projects approved, everything in place, but we're just waiting for the market to stabilize and come in right. That being said, what do you see in buyer sentiment right now? Because there's tourism that's on a down low, but I believe Dubai is so well marketed to the world that there's still buyers coming in from across the world. What do you think is happening there?
Look, that's the fact that many buyers still they are on hold, they waiting and checking the situation. But also the other type of buyers that are want to take advantage of this opportunity and get a good deal, because we all know that everything will be back to normal. It eventually prices will go up because everything, the inflation, the cost of materials, the petrol, everything increasing. So there is no way that prices will decrease in the future. It only will go up. And especially like if you're talking about of plant, something which will be ready in 3-4 years, like 100% by the time of handover, the prices will be higher because of many factors. So now if you lock this price, and then plus you can negotiate a better deal with, let's say, with the developer, you get better payment plan, you get maybe some deal waiver or some other offers. So it's a good opportunity. Same from the secondary market, like it's in a way now a buyer's market. Yeah, so buyers, they have more power in negotiation to get a good deal. Or like with the before in some of the bigger developers, we couldn't even get the unit. Now you can choose the unit, right? So that's like in my perspective, like we always should see the
Positive.
positive side. Yes.
So talking about buyers, we have
Yeah.
two different buyers. We have first-time buyers and we have repeated and regular buyers. First-time buyers, they always like one step ahead to know the market very well. So the first-time buyer, the issue that we faced is that they like to buy and they want to buy, but they step back due to the situation sometimes. But repeated buyers and the old investors to the market, they know how to buy in Dubai because they know the history of Dubai. So in Dubai, the real estate, the future of Dubai real estate is to know the history of Dubai real estate. So this is fact that we are facing nowadays. We have in the situation, even the situation, is it okay or not? They keep on buying, bulk buyers, bulk deal buyers. But the first time buyer who's looking to buy, like first time home buyers, we have that issue that they are hesitating to take that next step to close the deal.
Yeah.
So that's what we face nowadays.
Especially from international investors. Yeah, people who are here for a long time, I see them for like 5, 10, 15 years, like, and who already invested in the properties, they not afraid. They want to take advantage and want to get a better deal now. But international investors, like, yeah, because of the news, they are a little bit like skeptical at the moment.
But don't you think, like, while there has been a lot of wrong information that goes out to international investors, there's a lot of good good information also that is going out to the brokers, to the international buyer segment, wherein Dubai has handled it so well when it
Yes.
came to the risk factors for every resident over here. We were not scared about going out and doing our work. We were not having a force majeure situation.
Yeah.
We were not having any stoppage to food, the basic requirements of an individual in this country. While, yes, we had the highest amount of interceptions that happened in
Yes.
this part of the world, especially in the GCC, the number one, which was getting the most of the effects coming out from this, but we were handled as well as life remained normal. We never
100%,
had
yeah,
a single stop.
for residents, it was like for me, I felt absolutely safe. I was not worried, and it's Dubai. It's a great place to be. It's a safe place to be, and like there was no disruptions here in the business or in the delivery for the foods or groceries. Everything was available, so there was no reason to panic. Like some people, you mentioned it before, that some people they in the panic they left. And then after a few weeks, they came back because still it's like some went to Asia, some went to Europe, and then now they came back because still Dubai is the best place.
Yeah, you once you travel, right? Once you see the
The
world,
difference, yes.
when you compare a lot of it to Dubai, I believe you will come back here.
Yes.
Dubai makes it so easy, so comfortable, and so much more easygoing. And we can bring our families together out here. We can live a single life out here. That's where Dubai is. Dubai's got the best of both worlds.
Yes, and Dubai is like, for example, I'm here for 12 years, you also 12 years, and you there was a long time in
Yeah.
Dubai. So it's like when it's our home, and like when especially when you travel and see the other places, you understand how great Dubai is, and what in a great place to be, and also what opportunities gave to us to build our business, to build our career here, and like we should be grateful for that. And like in the time of difficulties, like we shouldn't panic or leave Dubai, because it's our home, right? It's our second home. So
People was looking for a distressed deals, talking about distressed deals, and there are no distressed deals in the market, right? A client keep on texting me about any distressed deals. I'm checking the market. I'm like going to a lot of groups. There are no distressed deals because these owners are not desperate to sell. They don't want to sell their properties, even if the market it's down for small period of time, because they know Dubai, whenever there's a small peak, it will come back again. So there is no distress deal. People they trust Dubai, even international clients, they trust Dubai, and that's what make us stay tuned with all the launches. Talking about launches again and again. If we go to any launch nowadays, there are always queues. So we will find big queue of the brokers and the agent that they are waiting for the launch because they have investors. So imagine how many brokers in the queue of the launch. So imagine how many brokers, each broker, how many clients and how many inquiries he has.
Right.
So that's what that makes that keeps Dubai very strong.
For talking about distressed deals, yeah, right. Of course, like initially, maybe some people who booked recently the unit and they were not very maybe confident, they hesitate, and they in a panic they want to exit. Like, but we always had these situations. Like, and in my opinion, it's even kind of like a good filter to people like who don't believe in Dubai, like not to invest, maybe not to buy, or for residents who left. Like, also if you was not a loyal resident, then like it's okay,
Yeah.
you can leave. But
Coming back from the distress part, as developers as well, we get similar questions.
Yeah.
It would be very unfair for me to do a distress deal or
previous
discount
investors,
because
yes.
my previous investors have put
Exactly.
trust in us.
Exactly.
And we do not want that trust to be maligned in any way. We don't want that trust to be lost in any way. Hence, it's always important that we keep in mind that we are not done, that we're not in real estate for the short term, we're in it for the long term. And long term is about building trust over a period of time.
100%.
Trust can be lost very easily, but it has to be built over a period of time. And that's one of the reasons why, as a developer, we don't see that requirement to create a distress scenario.
It's a fact.
Yeah, we've got some leverage in certain payment plan options
Yeah.
to make it easier for a buyer right now to take a decision. But it does not mean compromising on cost. Like you rightly said, construction cost and inflation is going to increase, and it has, rightly so. Steel's gone up, material's gone up because Dubai also is required to get in material from overseas.
Yes.
And that when the straits are closed,
Yeah. Diesel prices increase 70%, and
Right.
construction, a lot of it depends on the transportation cost.
exactly.
So, right.
So what do you think? Which areas are going to be performing well? Which areas do you think in the last 2 months has performed very well for you guys?
Look, it's city is growing, city is developing, and like of course we focus on the new upcoming areas, upcoming developments like Dubai South, like Palm Jebel Ali, like Dubai Islands. So these areas also in Dubai Land further towards that side. And definitely talking about you as a developer and your projects, Dubai Islands, like we were focusing on this area for last maybe 3 years since developers started launching their projects, and it's I believe Dubai Islands and the Maritime City, that's a huge area that it has huge potential for the future. Nahil is master developer, so definitely it will be the huge success. Marina, beach, waterfront, huge mall. So definitely there is, once it's developed and completed, once the golf course by Nahil completed, that villas and everything, it will add a great value for all of the developers who launch their projects, and you as well.
Waterfront area, it's always in demand. Talking about, as you mentioned, Dubai Islands. You have an island, you have beach, you have a mall that is coming up, and you have golf, you have different suppliers, and you have a lifestyle, you have new retail shops, boulevards. You are in a strategic location. Dubai Island, it's a location that it will gain more capital appreciation. And if we check the statistic of the transactions, there are some clients, even if they are not aware about Dubai, they keep on register their inquiries. What is Dubai Island? What is in Dubai Island? How we can buy in Dubai Island? And this is our main job, to promote each developer and to see what they have and promote and to send to share with the client.
Which other locations do you see yourself, Sharaf? The buyers are asking you right now. Where do they want to go and invest right now in Dubai? What kind of price points?
The new upcoming areas. So we are talking about Palm Jebel Ali, Dubai Islands. Palm Jumeirah, it's almost done. Now, like few developers are launching, but it's almost done. There are always secondary transactions happening. New area. I love to jump to the new area because of the price per square feet. It's still a good deal for every single investor. So when you buy in a new area, and there where you gain your capital appreciation and your reputation in the market as well.
Yeah, sorry for interrupting. Yeah, of course, it depends on the buyer, right? So it depends. The buyer, I always, when I meet the buyer for the first time, like what is his perspective, what is his plan, what is his vision, right? So someone, if you focus on appreciation for long-term investment, of course, it's always better to invest in the new upcoming areas like Dubai Islands, like Dubai South, because of the future of that area. And once the area develop, prices will go up. But some people, they prefer to stay in the prime locations, and like they're ready to pay the premium and to have like a liquid asset that they can sell it easily anytime. and they can rent it easily. So it depends, like what's your focus for long-term capital appreciation, for nice payment plan, maybe post handover, or if you want something, maybe some people want to buy ready and get immediate rental income. So like I'm not trying to convince these people, no, let's buy off plan and for long-term investment. So it depends. But because I'm investor myself, I have a few properties in Dubai. So depends. Like if you want rental income, you can consider these options. If you want capital appreciation, that option. And my advice always like it's better to focus on something in one thing, because if I want capital appreciation, I want high rental income, I want easy to sell. So it's sometimes it's not always possible. So
Yeah.
better to focus. If you focus for capital appreciation, you have some options to choose from. If you want rental income, you invest in other options, but maybe you don't expect the great capital appreciation in that area. So it really depends.
So about going through an educated approach at the end of it. You need to be smart. You need
Yes.
to be advising the right thing,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
In my vision, Dubai Island, I see the location that has all the potential of the returns. It's good for long term, for short term, for resale value, and for self use for end users. That's what I see because of the strategic location and because of the amenities and what is surround of the area, and it's a new area. The smart investors, they always jump to the new area in Dubai. So, and this is one of them, to be honest. That's why I'm focusing of the areas that I have inquiries for it.
Okay. Okay. What would be, and I would ask this question to the both of you, and you know that there are buyers right now still in the market who've not decided, who are still thinking, who are watching, waiting and watching to see what happens next and then make a decision. What would be your advice as an individual, as experts in the real estate field, that how do you explain to a buyer who's on the fence today to make a decision?
There is a nice phrase that don't wait to buy real estate, buy real estate and wait. And that's true because like no one, it's like if you're in stocks or crypto, whatever, like if you want to buy until when it's deep until the lowest price, like you will never do that. So it's always, because now once the situation will get back to normal, everything is clear, the war is finished, and then prices immediately will go up. And like you will not have anymore that negotiating power negotiation. Either you buy in the secondary, you buying from a developer, so you will not have that advantage anymore, right? And the developer will not give you such kind of conditions. So now maybe, who knows, maybe it will dip a little bit more, maybe it will take longer, maybe it will take like 5 months, 6 months. But my opinion, it's like there is no point to wait, and you will never predict like when it will be like the lowest point to enter. So if you invest in for long term, it's just do it, and then you'll thank yourself in the future.
Correct. Be first, not last. And there is a French exactly says, no risk, no risk. You have to risk sometimes. And in Dubai, you have to trust. You just trust and take your step ahead and go ahead. That's it.
I'll just add to your thing as well. And when I say it as a developer, today construction costs going up. Property in terms of land prices, okay, not going that bad in terms of that lower, but they're coming to real estate margins. So for an end user buying in today, he can't expect a huge amount of discount. Distress is not going to be in that price. And from where I see, construction costs will only be calculated now further into the next projects that come into this market. And hence the pricing would be on a higher price point, because every developer that does development anywhere in the world does it for profit. And if the profits are not favorable, you don't do development. And that's the most important part why everybody's going to rethink. And I would say, just to add to what you said as well, a buyer looking at buying today, better take a decision quicker, because you never know how it's going to change, because logistically costs going to change. The acquisition of land would be the same as it was, or maybe a little lower in discounts. But at the end of it, cost of construction and development would remain the same, or maybe higher.
Go up.
Yeah. So at the end of it, a buyer has to buy the value he's paying. If he's compromising on cost, then he's compromising on the cost or actual feasibility of that development even coming to become ready, because the developer will not be able to deliver it if he discounts it to such levels. Right?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So going back from that question, where do you see yourself? I believe it's been quite positive the last 2 weeks. You see the traffic back on the road. We used to first worry about this traffic. What this Dubai traffic is? It takes us 1.5 hours to reach from point A to point B. And then last 40 days, we enjoyed the traffic. And last 1 week, we're back to seeing more traffic.
Yeah.
I think right now I feel blessed to see traffic. What do you think about it?
Yeah, that's true. Like honestly, I enjoy when there was no traffic. Also, like it's comparing that in the busy hours, like you where before I need to spend it 1 hour in traffic. Now I can enjoy it in it's 40 minutes. But that's true. Now it's coming back. People are back to Dubai, and I spoke to my friend yesterday. He came back to Dubai yesterday, and he said the airport was so busy. The arrivals was so busy. So many people are coming back, and I think even tourists starting to coming back because you can get good deals now, and like it's safe now, and hotels they give crazy discounts, and like we going for staycations also like half price in a nice hotel you can book for half price. Restaurants they giving different offers, like of course tourism business struggling now a bit in short-term rentals as well, but for international tourists, like it's honestly you can take advantage. Maybe you can book the same hotel in prime area for half of the price and it will be not busy. So like I think both the residents who left they coming back, and slowly tourists start coming, because still it's not that hot. It's end of April, still the weather is good, and surprisingly the weather this April is so good. Like
Amazing weather.
I
Yeah?
think last year it was already hot in April. Now it's mid of April and it's perfect.
Talking about the traffic, after this podcast, I'm going to pick my friend is coming at airport, so I will do his speaker from the airport.
Wow.
So which means that yeah, it's it.
So you need to get feedback from him. How was the airport? How busy was it today?
Yeah, of course. I'm always at airport. Yesterday I was there as well with my friend. That he came. I pick him from Morocco. So today one more friend is coming from Las Vegas. So I would pick him up, and then let's see.
No, I've seen this traffic, and we say school days are the days where traffic increases, right? And today the schools are back to in-person learning. Just something everybody was looking forward to. Families who've returned back are returning back because they have put roots here. People live here. People have the livelihoods here. They go to school here.
Yeah.
Yes, you were basically having distance learning, online learning. Now you're going back, and that also adds a lot of momentum into the economy. Yeah, the schools coming back, the buses being on track, and people back on the road. That creates a different positive mindset altogether. Yes. So let me add more questions. What do you think is going to be the next big launch to look out for in the next 3 months? Which locations are going to pick up in value as per your opinion?
Look, talking about the big master developers like MR, Nahil, Miraz, Nahil, they sent us a few months ago, they sent the plan of the launches for this year. They're going to launch new master communities, and it's, in my opinion, always whenever the big master developer, they launch in the new master communities in different locations. One, I think, Palm Springs or something next to in Jubilee area, the new master community in other areas. So it's many developers they delay in their launches now. So once they start launching it and the people also will be ready to invest, I think it will be a huge success. Probably, I believe they will postpone it maybe till September, October, because summer is usually quiet. But still, now we see launches now. Many developers now they launch in there. Like if we can mention the names, yeah, the Noob they launched the master community, Bengati is launching the new master community, Villas and Townhouses, and MR they launched also. So Mira developments and like it's things.
So there's a lot of momentum you're seeing
Yes.
towards the south of Dubai right now. If I
That
just
part,
summarize it in-
definitely. In my opinion, these two main parts: the south part of Dubai, where is Al Maktoum Airport, DWC, then this part of the Jebel Ali area, Palm Jebel Ali downtown, and the other side, Dubai Islands, Maritime City, and also like behind the Emirates Road, that side, Dubai Land, also many
Dubai Land area.
yeah, Dubai Land area. Yes.
What do you think? What's
Most
your
of the brokers, including me, they are waiting for the launches surround or nearby the waterfront communities. Maritime City, one of them, as I mentioned before, Palm Jebel Ali, Dubai Islands. I am one of the brokers that will love to sell the waterfront community and waterfront project. DLRC, Dubai South, yeah, there are launches, but comparing with the ROI or capital appreciation or return of investment, it's not that higher comparing with the waterfront communities. So there are different sectors, and the market is very huge. As I mentioned, there are some buyers. Most of the buyers, they like to buy near the waterfront, near the beach, near the sea. So I am one of the agents that I'm waiting for the launches surround or nearby the waterfront.
Yeah, even in Dubai Islands now, in the island, recently beyond they launched like a master community, many buildings. So Ellington also they launching. So now it's before we had the island A, and now like the other islands will be developed. And
Island A did not have the big brand names, but then there was Ellington and there was Nakheel, only to some level. Island B has got some big brand announcements that also gives a lot of, I would see in an investor standpoint, an investor who's on Island A would have much already looked at appreciation because there's Island B which is growing
yes,
today. And rightly said, there is a lot of importance coming to Dubai Islands and waterfront communities because in Dubai, you don't have that many options right now. While South being on the affordable side, or the south of Dubai, which is growing all the way until the Abu Dhabi border and something across it as well, while we have the main heart of the city with waterfront communities not being there, which is the only community is maritime in Dubai Islands.
yeah, and with the new bridges that they already opened, right? I think 5 billion dirhams they spend on the infrastructure on the bridges. It takes you 15 minutes. You can get to downtown. Also, the MR Rashid Jackson Marina, also in that area, launching. So it's a, in my opinion, it's a great area for long term investment.
I just happened to be on the island on the weekend and the bridges are so fast track. Dubai, you pass by a location and you don't know when infrastructure is actually
Yeah,
coming.
today they opened the Hessa, the new bridge, Hessa, and even they did advertisement before 24 minutes. Now the same distance you travel in 5 minutes.
Wow.
Just now the one next to from Sheikh Zayed Road to Hessa, the new bridge, they were building in from Tikom side.
Right.
So now it's open. I think today or yesterday they opened.
That's Dubai, right? You don't know how fast things change out there. Infrastructure changes overnight.
They invest a lot. Yeah.
Infrastructure.
That's how the leadership looks at it. It looks at it by taking care of its residents, taking care of the people, and making sure everybody is not having issues. You can highlight an issue to RT and it could be solved the next day.
Yes,
This city makes life easy for everyone.
and gives opportunities to everyone.
What do you see yourself? I'd rather leave this as points of closing or questions you would have to discuss in this panel. What do you see yourself talking to? What kind of investors coming in the next remainder of this year that is there? I see summer being quiet. Yes, but that being said, all the launches that were supposed to happen in the last 40-45 days will happen in summer.
Yes.
Which means we're going to have a mixed bag of a summer. Not very quiet, not very busy. But then the winter, which is when the tourism picks up, I see that being the best time of the year.
It will be Q4 for us. September, October, I think it will be amazing time for developers and for the brokers and for investors also. I think it will be.
We'll be having good products in the market, good investor opportunities,
Yes.
good things to sell. That's where we all make a good amount of money.
Correct. Yes. And investors also.
Sharaf, anything you would like to add? Any points of our conversation so far?
Everything is clear. I was outside. I shoot one of your project, by the way. It's a beautiful project, the Flow, located in Dubai Island. So probably I'm gonna post it tonight. One of the good project to offer to the investors.
I think we can mention if you can give your projects here briefly. Flow Residence Dubai Islands. Honestly, we saw the show apartment. We checked the show apartment.
Excellent.
Quality, the layout, the design, amazing, and that the appliances, boards that you provide, and the finishing, and on payment of one post handover, the size. So, my opinion, it's a great opportunity.
You have one of the bigger sizes in Dubai Islands.
We have the biggest size, and when you take the consideration of per square feet prices, we are really nicely placed. With the post handover, it makes it very, very easy for a investor or an end user to get into the project. They make a choice on his inventory. That being said, we've got good offers running right now. We don't want to sell it to bulk buyers. We want to sell it to end users who make value adds. We are a 50 units boutique developer. We want to create a product which does not basically compete within itself. So, for example, none of the one bedroom layouts are spread more than 3 times in the project. The 1 bedroom plus study is maximum 3 times, 4 times in the project. The views are different. The sizes, dimensions are different. The layouts are very differently placed. So you're not competing with your neighbor when you are in a buyer in Flow Residences. When you want to rent it out, you have your own USP to rent it out. You want to sell it, you have your own USP. There's no cookie cutter concept wherein it's a copy paste of design layouts. No, this is a luxury location. It has to be dealt with in a luxury standpoint. A buyer who's paying that kind of money would want its value to be put in the right way. Even if he wants to live in it or maybe exit it at handover or resell, he needs to make good value out of it. And that's what we kept in mind when we wanted to create our projects, which is Flow Residences and the next few projects that we come up with. We don't want to be the big names of Dubai real estate. We want to be the boutique big name of Dubai real estate.
And that's what everyone's looking. Boutique residences, a limited unit stock, high quality, affordable payment plan with good price per square foot with world-class amenities. So it's a beautiful design of the project.
Thank you.
I like it.
Yeah. Thank you very much. A good project, honestly, for both end users. I think it's a great amenities, the layout, and also from investment point of view, what you mentioned that there are most of the units are different, and second, there are limited amount of units. So
Right.
you always have a advantage if you want to rent it or if you want to resell it in the future.
In fact, because of the way things are, we are actually planning a small launch. It's going to be, we're classifying our project's inventory very nicely now. We're going to be servicing the luxury segment or the Dubai Islands kind of projects or a flow collection. And then we're going to come up with a second collection, which is going to be the affordable chic or the classy segment wherein you don't pay high values, but you get a good product, which is going to be our next launch in the south of Dubai, in Dubai Industrial City, wherein we're going to have studios, 1 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms. Not too much in terms of split, but making it affordable for somebody to enter into the Dubai real estate.
Investment prospects.
Yeah. Because that's the market which is growing. Very rightly said, we're in Dubai World Central, which is the biggest airport that's going to be there by 2030, is coming into place. And that itself, when an airport of that magnitude, that size comes in, there's going to be a lot of changes. Like you rightly put in, Palm Jebel Ali is launches. That's like the upmarket location for that area. And there's going to be so much more happening. On the other side, on the Abu Dhabi border, there's so much more development planned. This side of Dubai, there's so much more development planned. And we think it's the right place to create our Vivo collection, which is going to be the affordable chic collection.
Amazing.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being on Main Mic.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for sharing your critical advice. I think a lot of people will take this into consideration before they take decisions, before they even understand about Dubai. Thank you, Vitali. Thank you, Sharaf. Thank you so
Pleasure.
much.
Thank you.
Guys, love having you here.
Same. Thank you. Thank you.